Okay.
All right, and yeah, let's get you in there. Sorry, what's your name, buddy?
That's Matt.
Matt, and tell me about this amazing car. What is this thing?
It's a 2011 Audi R8. It's the V8 engine. About
V8 engine, and if we want to see it, all we have to do is look in the back window.
Just look in the back window. It's got an aftermarket exhaust, so it has about 460 horsepower.
Yes, we heard that coming in. It sounds amazing. That's very cool. Yes, from what you can see there. Yeah, I love having the engine visible right there. That is awesome.
Yeah.
What size tires are on the back of this?
These are 19. Oh, the width?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, they're fat.
They're big ones.
I even forget. I have to get new ones probably in a few, probably 2 months or so.
Yeah. Well, they look amazing.
Just took her out today though, so she's dirty, but yeah, we'll clean her up tomorrow.
I don't think you can see any dirt on the video. The thing looks pretty clean. It looks really cool. Do you put this thing on the track at all? You just drive it around?
So far, just drive it around. They just got it last year. So.
Okay. And wow, what type of transmission is this?
So this is the R-Tronic, so it's actually essentially a sequential manual gearbox.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah. That's cool. And there are paddles over there for that?
Yep, it's got the paddle shifters and then also the stick in the
Yeah. You can actually go through the gears with that stick. That's not just like...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's nice. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
What year is it?
2011.
2011. Hey, so is mine.
Yeah.
Camaro. I bet the Camaro was less money.
To start, yes, but not as much as you think.
Yeah. Now these are all cool cars though, man. Look at this lineup. You got this like mid-engine supercar next to this old school retro muscle car. This dude actually brought like an 82 or 4 Prelude, an old 65 Ranchero. That's a pretty wild crowd right there.
It's a good mix.
It is. All right, well, hey, thanks for telling me about this car.
Hey, no problem, thanks.
All right. Yeah, that is cool, man. So, I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name's Pat.
Pat, all right, nice to meet you. I'm Pete. Pete and Pat, looking at the Challenger. So, tell me about this thing, man. You said you just got this.
Yeah, I got it like a week and a half ago. It's 2013. It's an RT. It has the 5.7 Hemi.
Wow, well, congratulations, man. It's really cool. 5.7 Hemi, huh?
Yeah, it's a manual too, 6 speed.
Oh yeah, good for you. Well, these guys will love you. They all love the manuals. They give me a hard time because mine's an automatic.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to do a few things to it.
What are you gonna do to it?
I want to get the rims. I want to get them glass. I want them black.
Yeah.
And I got a resonator delete right now, but I want to get some mufflers, either like a 9 to flow or boiler.
Have you been to Home Depot where they have the black wheel paint stuff? Like seriously, in a spray can, it's not bad. It's like Rust-Oleum that does. It's pretty good. I've seen some guys use it. But anyway, this thing looks amazing, man. And have you done anything to it, like performance-wise, so far?
Not yet. Like I just got it. I'm just making like the part list for it.
Right.
See what I want. You know.
Well, resonator delete sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
And you got what size tires are on here right now?
I think those are 20 by 9s.
All right, it's cool, man. Let's do a burnout.
Want me to do burnout?
No. I can't. I have to say no. I was just talking to the landlord of this place a minute ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But no. But seriously, thanks for bringing it in, man. Hopefully, some more cool cars will show up in a minute. We get to hang out. But thanks for talking to me about it.
Got a picture of Chapman House.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at this thing, man.
65 Ford Ranchero.
65.
Yeah, lift it up. Mustang 2 front end, automatics, positive rear end.
That's
308
great.
Gears,
What rear is that?
308.
What size gear is it?
Gear?
Like 9 in the back?
I don't know, it's 8.5.
8 and 5. It's cool, man. And you said it's a 302, right?
It's 307 now.
307. So it's a punched out 302.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all Chevy parts.
It's all Chevy parts.
Everything in there is Chevy
That's
parts.
awesome. Well, that's cool, man. It's a 307 and a Ranchero. Usually you get a 307 and an El Camino.
Yeah.
And tell me, when did you do this car?
I bought it 25 years ago.
And you got some
It was yellow.
torque thrust wheels on there.
Yeah. A little older ones, right?
Old school, man.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, cap is original from 1965.
It is. I was gonna say, and you painted it to match, or?
I painted the match. It's fiberglass, so it's off a little bit. That's just how it goes.
But that's a 1965 Ranchero cap, huh?
Yeah.
Is it made by Ford, or is it an aftermarket thing?
Made by the Dingman Corporation.
The who now?
Dingman. D-I-N-G.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And these windows here are slide windows,
No shit.
but I have all the frames. But
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Very cool. Now, and what does it got for a trans?
It's a 3-speed automatic.
Nice.
Straightforward.
C4?
Yeah, C4.
It's cool, man. It's nice.
Yeah.
Very
Good
nice.
truck. Good truck.
You got the MSD behind the seat. Is that hooked up right there?
Oh yeah, sure.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
There's that little trick on the thing too. People have this.
Yeah, right down there.
What's that?
People from the old days.
Yeah, that's they got some fancy cars there. I've done so much work to it. It's so.
What do you got?
Terry on Pat in Itasca Beach.
That's pretty cool. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for telling me about this thing.
No problem. Thank you.
Looking good.
Thanks for asking.
Dun, dun, dun. There it is. The Cobra. He did drag it out. What is up,
did.
Jeff?
It had a hey everyone. It had a little trouble starting, but a little starter fluid in the carb seemed to work.
Really?
So this is a replica of a 1966 Shelby Cobra semi-competition. Real ones, there were about 30 of them made. This is the most popular style
Now, what
replica.
What makes it the semi-competition? The fender flares?
The semi-competition would be the wider wheels, the side pipes, the stripes, the hood scoop, the roll cage.
Oh, okay. So pretty much what you always see in these
What everybody tends
replica
to do,
Cobras.
even though there were actually very few of them made like that, but that's what everybody emulates.
Right. And now I've heard some of the other guys talking about this car, saying that they love the way the back looks. That's better than all the other replicas. Tell me why this
So-
car is so much better.
This one's made by a company called ERA in New Britain, Connecticut. A lot of the ones you tend to see in Massachusetts are made by Factory 5, which is a Massachusetts company. And the shell that Factory 5 uses has a kind of higher, I think it looks a little more awkward in a way. It just sits a little differently.
It's more square in the back.
Yeah, it's more squared off. And supposedly these are much more true to the original as far as the
God, it looks just like
shape
one to
and
me.
form. Yeah, it's pretty indistinguishable. So this one has a 1969 428 Cobra Jet motor, which didn't quite exist when they actually had these Cobras. The real
Right.
Cobras, they had an earlier version of either a 427, a couple different versions of that, or
Right.
a 428 with the police interceptor intake was how the Shelbys were.
Right.
And this has a kind of newer version called a Cobra Jet, which has bigger heads on it.
Okay.
And some other differences in the construction of it.
Right.
So it's not quite the exact engine that could have been in one, but it's pretty darn close.
Right. Well, good luck finding a 427 side oiler.
Yeah, those are mostly taken.
Well, hey, this is a super badass car, man. Can we see what it looks like under the hood? And I imagine it gets out pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it does all right, because I guess these cars are only about 2,500 pounds.
2,500 pounds and
Yeah.
what, 500?
Well,
Horse.
this should be about low 400s, about 425 in horsepower, and I think it's about 440 torque.
Really? That's a hell of a lot for a car this little.
Yeah, yeah. So it has no problem getting out of the way.
Yeah, I would think. Well,
And
it
it's
looks
been
so cool.
very reliable and been very tight. Doesn't stall. Doesn't overheat.
Now, who built that motor? You said it's a 68 or 9
yeah,
motor.
so it was rebuilt by. So I bought this from somebody in 2011. Actually, well, I bought it from Herb Chambers.
Oh, okay. We've heard of him.
This was his car that he sold out of that dealership. For his
Okay.
private collection
No kidding.
that he got from Wayne Carini from that show Chasing Classic
Okay,
Cars.
sure.
So Wayne bought it from the original.
Okay, so
owner.
it was you that I saw. You've had this over at Dave Mitchell's house, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw this thing 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has a kind of interesting little lineage. So yeah, built in '95.
Beautiful.
And whenever that person built it, they found an engine and had somebody rebuild it.
Yeah, well, if Wayne Carini, I guess, was selling it to Herb Chambers, he had a pretty good engine builder on the job.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
So
it's
yeah, I
pretty
bought it
sick.
with about 10,000 miles on it.
Wow. And I mean, that. I'm surprised it had that many, even though that's
I know,
so low.
Yeah, that's actually, a lot of people barely use them at all.
Yeah.
So this is at 20 now.
That's nice. And you drive this thing, huh?
I guess almost 2,000 a year.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, what's the best thing about this car compared to your regular old, Prius or whatever people drive?
I just think it kind of has that feeling of, not that I've ever flown one, but kind of reminds me of like a World War II fighter plane. On
It looks
wheels.
like one, yeah.
It just kind of has that, it's rough and primitive in certain ways, but it also really kicks ass.
Yeah. Now, how does it handle?
I mean, it's rock solid, so it handles great. I mean, it doesn't have power steering, doesn't have power brakes, so
Yeah.
it's a very analog experience.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
It's very cool, man.
but it's a
That's pretty good. So it's a 5-speed, so you can actually take it on the highway and not have to go deaf.
Tremec 5-speed in it.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Well, thanks for telling me all about it, man. It is a super cool car.
Yeah, thank you.
One of the coolest. All right, so go ahead, man. Tell me what this thing is. It's a Prelude. I know that. Let me guess what it is. What is it, an 83 4 Prelude? Get out of here. They still look like this in 91? Shit, I had a buddy that had one of these in high school, man. We graduated in 85. It looks just like the 83 or 4 that he had.
Yeah, my sister and I had 85s in high school.
Yeah. Oh, these things were so cool when they came out, man. This is the only thing sporty Honda had ever done up until that point. Well, they had another generation before this, though, right?
Yeah.
And that was a little bit ugly. This one looks cool as hell.
Yeah, this is the third generation.
Oh, is it the third?
Yeah, I think the one that you said you were driving, that was the second generation.
Okay. How many miles on it?
It's got 162.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nothing for something like this.
But the engines on these are actually not the most reliable.
Oh, really?
So this is an SI,
Oh.
and then it has the motor with the very tough cylinder walls.
Okay.
I think other engines have that, like the NSX engines have those,
Okay.
and then as a result, it really wears down those piston rings,
Oh,
and so they
okay.
become oil burners.
Ah.
Amongst
Well-
other things, it's not meant. It's not really. It's
Well, the
not a
good
power-
thing about it is you can pull the engine out without any equipment.
Yeah, so this one actually had a blown head gasket.
Did it?
And so then I spent last year putting it back together.
No
with the-
kidding. Did you do the head gasket yourself?
Yeah, I brought the head to a shop over in Westboro and had them clean it.
J&M?
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah. Do they do like Model T engines in there and
I
stuff?
believe that's what it was.
I love that guy.
Did you want to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pop
okay.
the hood, man. Let's see it.
Nothing to call home about. So.
Is this like the stock paint?
I think they did a repaint.
Because it's very metallic-y.
I think they repainted the same color.
Okay.
But then.
They had a little flake.
Yeah, they did.
It's pretty cool though. All right. Yeah, it looks like a Honda motor.
Yeah.
It's cool though. So look at that. That's actually pretty cool. Overhead cam.
Dual overhead cam.
Look at that. Wow, and it's got programmed fuel injection. Not programmable. Programmed. You better like it.
Pre-programmed.
I love it.
Oh shoot.
I
Yeah, I
love
did
it.
some buffing, last year, so I need some influence again.
Oh man, how dare you.
At least
Yeah, we'll edit that out. We'll fix that in post.
But yeah, it provides a lot of nostalgic value for me.
Dude, it's cool. It's super cool.
I think what's really cool is that like the pillars are really thin, so when
Yeah.
you're sitting there,
Yeah.
you really get a good range of view.
Right on, man. That's very cool.
You sit pretty low. I do know like when I roll up next to SUVs and whatnot,
Yeah.
they do not see me.
Oh, yeah.
And this is stock height too.
Yeah, I know. I worry about that too. You gotta get a flag and wave it out the sunroof.
Like when those people go on those sand dunes, they have those.
Oh yeah. Exactly. The whip, dude. I'm telling you, this thing you do that look like you have great visibility. But I love this thing.
Thank you so much.
Now, how much horsepower is this thing making?
I think stock is like 140.
140.
But, you had all the miles and then
Yeah.
you had like the head gasket rebuild. It's either like 130 or
No, you're supposed to. That adds 20 horsepower.
Yeah, sure.
The head
But
gasket. You used a thin head gasket, right? That
I
had
did
20
use
horsepower.
I did actually use it. But I like it for its handling.
I bet
It
you
handles
do.
Like it's on rails, and like surprised for 14-inch wheels, they still make some decent.
They're pretty fat.
That was the only tire that was performance oriented at this size.
It looks like a nice tire.
Yeah, 16.
That's pretty cool, man. Well, hey, thanks a lot for telling me about it, man. It's really cool. I like it. If we ever do an autocross, I'm gonna put my money on you.
I'll take another car, not this one. I'll take the Miata.
Okay, a Miata. Oh, now we're all in trouble.
Maybe that's next week.
Bring it, man. We'll be here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. You get a shot of the outside. Sure. So we got another Mustang GT. Look at this. Excellent. It's Clay in the yellow Mustang. Yeah, man. Now we have another GT next to you that's a 5.0 Coyote Mustang. And what do you got in this thing? A 4.6?
4.6.
So tell me about this thing, buddy. You got this.
gosh.
You got the 4.6.
Yeah, I may not be able to tell you too much. I'm not as you know, I'm not a huge car guy. I
Yeah,
do
but it has a
love
horse
cars.
on the motor.
It's
So that,
what?
it has a horse on the
It
motor.
does.
So that means it's fast.
That's right.
Now, where did you get this car?
So this was actually my mom's car. I lost my mom to pancreatic cancer about 2.5 years ago.
Oh, bummer.
She left the car to me
So
because she
cool.
knew I loved it. Because of course
Yeah.
I drove the car when she
Right.
wasn't driving it.
That's awesome.
And so it's been in the family for a long time, since 2003. It's 18 years old.
Wow. And so you're gonna,
really haven't had much done on it,
So you-
especially engine-wise.
yeah, you probably give it to your daughter then, huh?
Well, she's, as you know, she's talking about driver's ed now,
Yeah.
getting her permit and everything.
Yeah.
When you get on the highway and you get up to about 80 or so,
Yeah.
the ride really smooths out, which is
Oh, okay.
interesting. I don't know if your car is like that.
You know what? I haven't done it. I haven't been on the highway very much in that car.
Okay.
But maybe
But
it's
if you
got
get
something to
up
do with the aero, man.
75, 80, it smooths out,
That's
and
pretty
then
cool.
you can feel that. You can feel sort of under the accelerator and under the hood. There's
probably-
a lot more to go.
It's probably all the radar signals bouncing off of it.
There you go.
All right, hey, listen, thanks for
Oh
telling
my
me
God.
about it,
Of
man.
course.
Excellent.
Under my mask.
There you go. What's your name?
I'm Zach.
Zach, nice to
from
meet you.
Wayland, yeah.
I'm Pete, and welcome to the parking lot.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your name, dude?
My name is Miles.
Miles, why don't you ask him about this car, because you're the big fan.
So wait, what engine does it have?
So this is the 5.0 Coyote V8 engine. It makes about 435 horse.
That's
stock.
pretty cool. Can we see it?
Yeah, it's all stock right now.
It's all stock?
Means he didn't do anything to it.
Why is there 3 pedals?
There's 3 pedals because it's the 6-speed manual. All I've done to it is put a round axle back on it, which means the mufflers are different, so it makes a little more noise.
Always a good idea.
Wow.
Well, that looks super clean, man.
Inside an engine.
And you said this is a 15 model, right?
Yeah, so this is a 2015 50th anniversary edition. And I put a GT350 style front bumper on it.
Yeah, that looks nice.
The 50th anniversary edition comes with some chrome that I wasn't into. So
That splitter looks awesome.
besides that, it's completely stock.
Yeah, it's very clean.
I put a GT350 style ducktail spoiler on it.
When did you get it?
I've had it for about a year now. With the Euro tail lights on it too, so
Oh yeah.
they're pretty fun.
Yeah,
Fun
it's
to play
cool.
with.
Cool, man. What do you think, man? Pretty cool car, right?
So this is your dream car?
Yeah, on Friday I saw like 5 of these in a row.
Just waiting to order food and it came out and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
Like, on Friday I saw 5 of these, or like 5, 4 of these.
that's awesome. Hey Zach, let me ask you a question. Yeah, does this thing do a burnout, or is that not something you're into?
You know, it does a burnout.
I believe you.
This thing is my baby, so it's a very rare occasion when I do it.
That's good. You take care of it.
You'll catch me doing donuts more than burnout.
Okay, well, none of that here today. No shenanigans. Well, thanks for talking to me about it, man. It's super cool.
Yeah, no worries.
Really nice.